There we go. Now it's up. Oh, that's not what I want people to see. That's what I want people to see. And Maymay, you're still behind Saber. You want me to move you?
No, I am comfying her bag. Saber?
I'm okay with you piggybacking.
Alright.
Okay. So, hope everyone's having a great day. We're here. We're doing some Sakura Spirit. We are doing... This is, it should be within TOS. 95% sure it's within TOS. It is going to be very not safe for work.
Yay.
But yeah, it's just a visual novel. We're going to go through it. We're going to have some fun.
We're gonna get so confused.
You are.
At least
Like I said, just remember the names of the people that you were assigned to.
Okay.
Wait, so you assign them, or we get to pick? Is this a tyranny, or we have some
Anarchy!
some choice here?
This is a diplomatic tyranny.
Diplomatic. Okay, I don't believe you. Go.
I'm Canadian. You gotta believe me.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm going to pretend to know what plenty of these words mean.
Oh, honey.
I'll bite you!
Bite me all you... Why is the game not showing? I just realized that.
I don't know. It's not showing on it. Well, it's... Stream pause.
I'm sorry. Should I have told you that? Sorry.
Should you have what?
Should I have told you that the game's not showing in your stream? Sorry.
I mean,
I
I
was
was
distracted
looking at it.
by
It's
the
like,
biting entertainment.
I was looking. It's like, wait a minute. It's not showing, and I don't know why.
It only just stopped showing. At least for me it did.
Yeah.
I'm not really paying attention to the stream. Okay, let's go.
All right. Just gonna wait a sec, make sure it's popped up, because it should be by now.
Can I do the whole thing with this? I don't even know if that picked up.
Kinda did. Okay, it's still not showing the game, which is annoying as hell.
Come on, Twitch, you can do this.
Plus Twitch.
I think
and-
it's
believe
Twitch.
you.
Plus Twitch and more my Streamlabs. Alright.
Stream that, you can do it.
Let's see if it'll accept this.
I believe so hard.
Sakura clicker. I mean, yes.
It is not accepting this either. Alright, then...
Well,
Alright, I'm gonna minimize that.
this is why I don't stream. It seems way too complicated for what it's worth.
I mean, it's not complicated when things are works like they're supposed to work.
Yeah, when it wants to work, it'll work. Alright,
And the amount of time that
This is
Streamlabs
working.
or just Twitch wants to work is the same amount as often as McDonald's ice cream machine works.
you know, my when I worked at McDonald's, the ice cream machine barely ever went down, so it's kind of in line for me.
I worked night shift, it was always down.
I mean, it only went quote-unquote down when it had to do its heat cycle. Alright, anyway, let's get into this. Every person has a dream they wish to pursue. Yet, as people grow up, they often come to realize the truth. Dreams are nothing more than fairy tales.
Oh no.
At least, that's what most people say. Then, what about those who do end up accomplishing their dreams? Are they merely incredibly... I thought it said kinky. Are they merely incredibly lucky?
We just started.
Alright, who wants to be dad?
I don't want to be done.
BD
You
is
be
Dragon
dead.
Daddy.
Well, I'm also going to be the main character, so...
You
Be
be done. Talk to
everywhere.
yourself. Go.
Alright.
Go.
Every man has a dream he wishes to accomplish. However, there is something really important you should know, my boy. A real man doesn't give up on his dream no matter what overwhelming challenges he might have to face. I still remember those foolish words my dad used to say, but despite their silly nature, I found myself inspired by them. Ever since I was a young
Good
child,
idiot.
I have been interested in martial arts. It didn't matter whether I watched a match on television or read a manga about some heroic martial artist.
It sounds like you.
It has always been my dream to become a martial artist one day. Of course, it was a bit childish of me to think that I could become a hero simply by learning martial arts. Even though I already understood that superheroes were nothing more than figments of my imagination, or, the products of billionaires, I still had a desire to use my strength for the sake of others.
Oh no.
My name is Gushikin Takahiro, a 17-year-old rising judo star, and no, that is not me bragging.
You sure?
Damn.
I only have a cock 12 inches long.
I honestly thought I said that.
Oh my god.
And no, that's not just me bragging.
Sure.
I am actually about to partake in a tournament 2 weeks from now that could make or break my career as on an international level. Of course, I was excited about the opportunity to finally accomplish my dreams and represent my country at a sport that I loved. But the same excitement also made me feel incredibly nervous. I pissed myself last night.
Oh god.
Look, like I'm every main protagonist.
Pretty much. And while those worrisome thoughts haunted my mind, a familiar voice resounded from outside the window. Hey, get down here. I'm gonna suck your dick. I don't listen to it because it wants to kill me. Just like it killed my dad. Alright, who's gonna be Kiyomi?
I don't know who Koyomi's face.
I don't think we're gonna get one because this is very, very, very short before we get to the spirit part of things.
Sure. Oi, Take-kun! Get your button gear!
Okay, I'll be right there, Kiyomi.
Oh, Yomi, you idiot!
Not wanting to keep Kiyomi waiting, I quickly dashed towards the front door to let her in, not even realizing I was still completely naked from the waist down. Because you know what? Who likes to wear pants when they go to bed? Hold on a second, Kiyomi. Gotta grab my shoes before we head off to school.
Me!
Really? I never realized the school had such strict uniform or sleepwear policy. Nice jammies, by the way. Did you wear them from your mom?
How about you go fuck yourself? And while you're at it, why don't you let me watch? For a moment, my eyes drifted downward, noticing that I was indeed wearing my pajamas. I let out a groan of annoyance. Ugh! And marched back towards my room.
You sure that was annoyance?
I have confusion.
There's nothing wrong with my jammies. The Golden Knight is a famous comic book hero in the West.
That's like going to school in Spider-Man pajamas, man.
Besides, not everyone prefers to sleep naked like you. I know you do because I watch you at night.
Have a telescope and a tracker.
More like I just make sure that she turns on her webcam before she goes to bed because, we're kind of like that. Mumbling those words, God, I changed this voice already. Mumbling those words, I started stripping out of my clothes, not particularly minding the presence of the girl behind me. Because, we're like that, like I just said.
Stripping!
That only happened once! You know very well it was super hot that night. Jeez, warn me before you start stripping naked in front of me, you idiot.
Who are you kidding? You like seeing my nice, perfect ass.
Turn around and give me a nice, little shake.
You didn't seem to mind it when we were little. Maybe you want to turn around instead? Or maybe you want me to turn around instead?
No, stop! Don't make me kiss your... Oh, wait.
Kick your ass! Nice!
If I turn around, it won't be my ass that you're kissing. I decided I had teased her enough and quickly pulled on my pants, proceeding with the remaining few items of clothing before I was suitably dressed for school. And subtly, too, because, I like to go out naked. Besides, I had a reason for being so distracted.
You've been distracted a lot lately. What's going on in that hollow skull of yours?
It's that upcoming match. I still have no idea how anyone can remain calm when an international career is at stake. I mean, come on. What if somebody hits me in my 12-inch dick? I wouldn't be surprised if I had made up enough doomsday scenarios to fill up the apocalypse genre.
Oh, right, the judo thing. I'm sure you'll do fine. I've seen some of your matches, and you kick butt. And of course, if you're really worried, you could always pray. I didn't read that right, but that's how I read it.
I mean, come on, I've been adding shit this whole time. I don't think it matters if you read it right. Pray? You mean like to the shrine I made of yourself? It's right over there.
It's in my closet surrounded by my shorts.
What? Tell me you don't know. It's one of the school's legends. Apparently there's some shrine in the forest that if you pray to it, it brings good luck. Ichikawa-san said that his sister prayed to it the night before exam, and she got a perfect score.
That's just because she was studying, and she was just super nervous. Like, I mean, come on, she always gets top fucking grades. A shrine that is said to bring you good luck? Sounds bogus to me. But at this point, I'm willing to try anything, I guess. I'll ask Ichikawa-san about the location. I'm not exactly in the mood to get lost in the forest and end up in modern-day Tarzan.
Whatever. If you do go looking, at least send me a message to let me know. Will you hurry up? We're going to be late again!
Well, maybe if you had actually kissed my butt like you had talked about, we wouldn't be sitting here talking right now, and we could have actually gone. A hero is never too early, nor are they too late. They arrive precisely when they are needed, just like wizards. I stole this from Lord of the Rings. But for the sake of avoiding detention, let's hurry.
That's a wizard, not a hero genius. How could one person be such a sports nerd and such a geek at the same time?
I don't know. Why don't you take a deep look inside of yourself? Let's not forget the Casanova and Man of the Year candidate bits. They're important details.
I doubt you qualify for either of them, Pajama Boy.
What was that, May?
He's throwing his high horse.
My horse is so high because of my 12-inch dick.
Yeah,
anyway,
so
let's boldly go where everyone has gone to before. To school.
No! Bonk! Ugh, nerd.
Several hours later. Dot dot dot.
Dot 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 dot.
Dot 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 dot.
All the dots. I wanted to feel important too.
Later that day, I finally got a chance to talk to my classmate about the location of the shrine that Kiyomi had mentioned earlier. Gym was the last thing on schedule for today, and so once people get ready to go home, I approached the guy. Hey, Ichikawa, is it true that your sister discovered some shrine that is said to bring you good luck? May.
Wait, no, I don't.
You gotta have a voice now.
No, I don't want to do Bell's voice. I'm not good at them.
I mean, neither am I or Saber, but I mean, hey, we're having fun.
All right, I'll try.
All you gotta do is try.
Oh, let me guess. You want to date her? Well, even though I do have to admit that she's a very attractive teenager, I'm afraid she's already going out with someone.
Dude, gross. Did you just say that about your own goddamn sister? I mean, yeah, I want a boner, but
I have a sister complex. Move on, bitch.
Help me, stepbrother. Help me.
May.
Not to mention, you're not her type.
I already got my hands full dealing with Kiyomi. You can keep your sister to yourself. Jokes aside, I'm more interested in that shrine. Did she mention where she found it? I didn't know there was anything near the forest aside from the dojo.
Oh, well, she said something about it being near a river and quite high up. To be honest, I wasn't paying too much attention when she said she was going on about it. But she was going on about it. That's how I said it. Move on. I mean, she was wearing this top, and it was. Ah!
No!
I would like to state for the
Oh
record
my
that this was
God.
not made by the Japanese. This was made by the British.
What?
Oh God. Okay. I mean, she was wearing this top, and it was tight, and
I swear
Oh,
to God,
God.
dude, if I find out that she is not your stepsister, I am going to kick you in the dick. Stop. I seriously don't need to hear the details, and I doubt anyone else is interested. So, do you know anyone else? Do you know anyone who might have heard about the shrine?
are you guys? Oh wait.
Are you
Wait,
guys
wait.
talking about that lucky shrine out in the forest?
The one and only, according to Ichikawa's sister, it's supposed to be one near a river.
I don't know about that, but there's a fiery girl at the Asakura Dojo who knows more about it.
Wait, are you talking about Araya-sama? Araya-sama? About this tall, ridiculously strong, and super scary?
Sounds like my perfect type.
That's the one.
Oh! In that case, I believe I can still be of help. Takahiro-kun, I know where that place is.
Of course you do. We both do. You just want to tag along, don't you? I don't think Aria Senpai will appreciate you visiting her with your usual tricks in mind. Do I need to remind you what happened last time you tried to peek in on her after she finished practice? She threw you to your sister, which only got you harder. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Shut up! I don't peep on ladies. That's slander, you know. I shall sue you. I will never look up Araya-sama's glorious body in any state of unity.
No,
I
you only
hate
do that to your sister.
I hate this guy.
Oh,
What
so
have I said?
so you haven't seen her naked yet?
Missing a bit of a side boob, but the whole about I didn't let me really good view.
There we go. Someone call the cops. Ichikawa, the peeping Tom, has confessed. I playfully patted Ichikawa's shoulder as I turned around, grabbing my bag in the process and prepared to leave, like a typical anime protagonist. Thanks for the tip, Ichikawa. I'll let the judge know you were the most helpful during the interrogation.
It's not fair. I won't say another word until I speak with my lawyer. I hate this guy.
I feel like I was a very feminine man because I just realized they're in the locker room.
Yeah, they are.
Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot.
Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Dot.
Dot dot.
Oh, hey, thanks, May. Once school was over, I decided to take my chances with a little bit of intel I had managed to obtain from my classmates. If memory served me right, Aria Senpai would be practicing at the dojo today. Of course, I knew her. She was a judo student like myself, but for whatever reason, she was been refusing to compete in any tournaments for a while now. Aria Senpai, are you around? I shouted her name as I parked my bike, looking around for any sign of the girl. Who wants to take this?
Who's Saber? Are you more fiery than I am?
Go for it, May May.
Oh, I hate this.
Oh, you love it.
No, I don't. Ha! Hey! I won't do more.
Heh. Follow the shouts and you will find her. I grinned briefly as I saw Aria seemingly in the middle of practicing a series of motions, almost as if she was fighting an imaginary opponent. Perhaps now is the perfect opportunity to surprise her a little. I snuck closer, making sure to make as little noise as possible before I reached a hand towards her shoulder. Aria! Feeling a hand on her shoulder, Aria reacted. She grabbed hold of my hand and with a loud grunt shifted her weight, curling and tipping me over her shoulder. I didn't have time to brace myself for the impact before I hit the ground like a sack of potatoes.
Do you expect anything else?
No one sneaks upon the great Kunoichi area. Oh, Taka boy, I didn't realize he was you. I'm sorry, are you okay?
If only you were wearing a skirt, this would be the perfect situation to be in right now.
My.
Kunoichi, more like Tasmanian devil. That throw didn't have a shred of mercy in it.
There's no mercy in the ring, Taka boy. Better that you learn that now than in 2 weeks. 2 weeks time, I can't read. Let me guess. You want me to do some sparring, didn't you?
I actually came here to ask you something, but I guess a little sparring wouldn't hurt.
Oh? What do you want to ask? We have got all the afternoon, and I could do with a bit of a break anyway.
Where to start? You used to take part in big important matches in the past, right? Didn't you ever get nervous before going into the ring?
Oh yeah! This one time I got so nervous I hid in the kitchen cupboards until my dad found me and dragged me to the car. Of course. That was when I was like 8.
Well, obviously I can't go and hide from my match. But one of my friends made this stupid suggestion that I go and pray or something. Honestly, at this point, I'll do anything to calm my nerves a little. How about you let me touch your boobs?
Taka boy, are you sure about this?
Absolutely, they look fantastic. You mean the match? Of course I am. I've been practicing judo ever since I was old enough to walk. This is my chance to finally represent the country and the sport I love.
You will lose flat. Give up, boy.
Arya seemed to think for quite a long time, all the while tapping her jaw with a finger. Eventually, she snapped her fingers, grabbed a tight hold of me. I knew she was gonna go down on me in this moment.
All right. I'll tell you the way to the shrine I know. But it's going to require more than a simple clap of your hands and a bob of your head. You need to give something to the shrine. Something of value.
I guess I'll have to think of something before we get there. Thanks, Senpai. I appreciate the help.
Oh, no, Taka boy. I'm not going with you. I've got training to do. Besides, you've got to take this step yourself. I can draw you a map and show you an easy way to get there. But you'll be on your own.
You're not taking along? Not even for a little while? I thought we could go up there and
No.
fuck.
Afraid so, Taka boy. Let me just grab some paper. I'll draw you that map for you.
After Aria's return, quick preparations were made and I followed the directions noted on the map. Surprisingly, it wasn't all that far. However, the hint on how to find my way back in case I got lost was a bit sketchy. Just look down and be able to see the roof of the dojo from anywhere on the hill.
Hope I get away with it.
The forest near the dojo was my first challenge to overcome. A narrow path coiled around the trees, and nearby was the river Ichikawa's sister had mentioned. It's too bad we never actually get to see her, because apparently she wears tight clothes. I followed Aria's scribbles with a bit of skepticism, but after an hour or so, I finally arrived at the supposedly legendary shrine. It looks actually pretty nice. It's so unknown, yet it's so big, like my dick.
Oh my.
The shrine itself seems surprisingly well maintained despite being in the middle of nowhere. It made me wonder if someone could be secretly living there. Perhaps some secret martial arts master? The thought of a hermit living in hiding within the shrine in order to prepare himself for an upcoming battle between good and evil started to dwell on my mind, because I'm delusional, just like my 12-inch dick. I guess it's too good to be true. I sighed annoyance at the fact that, aside from the shrine itself, the grounds surrounding it seemed completely abandoned. There was no way anyone could be living there. For the time being, I decided to focus on the reason behind my visit. It only took a few moments before I gathered the courage to approach the building. Once inside, I found a rather fancy-looking altar of sorts at the back of the room. I guess this is the thing everyone's talking about. You know, the two people.
What?
The two people that apparently everybody's talking about. Silently, I folded up the map I had been given. Putting it inside my bag, I approached the altar. I was kind of skeptical about the whole religious aspect, so I wasn't too sure if this was actually going to work. I don't even think luck would do me much good in a match like this. In my opinion, there wasn't any room for things like luck in martial arts. Judo is all about using knowledge you have gained through the training. Of course, a good amount of talent also helps. There was simply no room for something as superstitious as luck. Clearly, this was going to be a match where my experience and talent would be pushed to their limits. Nothing more, nothing less. Oh, who are we getting with this one?
How curious. The boy doesn't believe in superstition, and yet he stands here surrounded by the very thing he denounces.
Upon hearing the voice, I looked around, trying to find the source. She sounded hot, but there was no one to be seen. Who's there?
Quite the cliche question, but the right thing to ask is, where am I?
No, I just want to know your name. I don't care where you are. What are you talking about? Show yourself.
Not yet. Entertain me for a while longer, would you? This place is like no other. Why'd you come here? You don't believe in such a thing with luck.
I came here to prepare myself.
Oh, do enlighten me about what this something might be that you're preparing yourself for.
I felt a little annoyed as the questions continued, but maybe if I kept talking to her, I would be able to find out where she was hiding.
Shield?
I'm preparing for a tournament.
It's hiding in your head.
Oh
A judo
no!
match. And I hope not, because it's pretty fucked up here.
Judo? What might that be?
Seriously? You don't know what judo is? It's a highly skilled combat art.
Aha! So you're a warrior. Hesitant to go into battle and came here in hopes of finding the resolve to fight.
I'm not sure about the warrior part.
How fortunate. It just so happens there is a need for one of your kind.
My kind? What do you mean, my kind?
A hero.
12-inch dick?
It's trying to be fortune to heroes such as yourself. However, every great hero must sacrifice something in return. Your 12-inch dick.
Oh no, not my 12-inch dick. Sounds like what the others mentioned. Your version sounds better, though. Only one person actually mentions anything about having to give something up, though, so I don't know what others I'm talking about. Laughing briefly at the story, I decided to play along and clap my hands together in prayer. So, what next? Do I offer up my allowance or something?
Don't be silly. Money is of little importance to a hero. For you, the sacrifice will be something of greater value. I'll be looking forward to seeing what destiny has in store.
Money is of little importance to a hero unless you're, Batman or Iron Man, or even the King of Wakanda himself, Black Panther. 'Cause, they're fucking rich.
Right?
As if on cue, I began to feel nauseated the moment the girl's words reached my ear. My head was spinning wildly. Slowly, I staggered backwards, collapsing onto my back. As my vision grew blurry, the sound of approaching footsteps could be heard.
Good luck,
Mommy.
hero. You're gonna need it. I approve.
Despite my
Prove!
despite my
Look
attempt,
up, man.
I'm trying to say something. You guys keep making me laugh.
I don't care.
Despite
Oh,
my
no, we're not the
Hey.
ones stopping you from saying something. It's it's the person on the game right now. Right.
She's not making me laugh. She's making me stare. Especially because I get to read and I get to look at
Respectfully.
her.
Me too.
Nah, not respectfully. Despite all my attempts to get back up, all I managed was a brief look at the girl. I couldn't get back up because all the blood had rushed somewhere else. The sight of horns and a tail left many questions, but before I had the chance to utter even a single word, my consciousness has come to the darkness. Because with a 12-inch dick, you pass out every time you get hard.
That
That's
doesn't make
sensible.
sense. Oh wait, never mind. I shouldn't say that on stream.
Oh, honey.
I shouldn't say that on stream.
Dot,
Need
dot,
to buy
dot,
socks.
dot, 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 dot,
Socks.
dot, 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 dot. Don't worry, the fox is coming up soon.
I said socks.
Oh.
Like I need to
Idiot.
find socks.
Rays of sunlight stirred me back to life, a groan of annoyance leaving my mouth while I tried to get back onto my feet. I felt a bit dizzy, But the first thing I noticed is that I was no longer at the shrine. Instead, it looked like the forest near the dojo. Of course, my first thought was to look around to see if I could find the girl from before, but not a trace of her presence remained. I wanted to steal her bra.
She doesn't have any.
To make things even stranger, the path that I had followed amidst the trees seemed better maintained than I remembered. I should probably head home. That thought was cut short by the sound of several female voices being heard nearby.
Oh my.
Got a stern voice.
I don't know. Get back here! He can't get stopped him at once!
Saber.
Just what do you think I'm doing? I'm chasing them! I'm trying to stop them!
Yeah! I think they notice what's missing, Oni-sama. Now we need a mature voice.
Keep running, little one, and we might just make it.
Just when I thought this day couldn't get any weirder, the sound of heavy footfalls could be heard nearby.
Oh boy.
So, mature voice is her,
It's her.
the white-haired one.
Her! What hair? Okay, got it.
What in the world is going on here? Further ahead, I saw a couple of girls in fast pursuit of even more girls. However, there was something off about the scene. Something that just didn't make any sense. The girls being chased had the ears and tails of an animal, and the pursuers appeared to be armed with a katana and a nagatana. You can having Fox. Oh wait, who is the
No, we don't know.
blue one?
I think it's me. You come running fast, come back here at once! Return what you stole immediately!
Naginata. This one's
Was
Saber.
that mine?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, yes.
Give me back my panties!
How could you say something out loud like that?
Ah ha ha! Panties, panties! This one's Saber.
No, I think that was
What?
me.
Well, Saber called dibs on the silver-haired fox girl.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she did.
Go ahead.
Saber.
Save us from the rampaging women.
As I watched the girls run off, I couldn't help but find myself struggling with the decision to just leave them be. And at this moment, I realized I had to be right back and let Canucket know that he showed up to some fun shenanigans. I do apologize, but I must be right back.
He said that to us.
Yes, I did. I gotta be right back.
Oh,
Okay, well then I will take this time, and if I'm trying to get BD to switch so he can see the blonde-haired fox girl.
wait, what?
Well, you're not playing the fox girl, right? You've got one of the other girls.
I think I'm playing the one with the black hair with the katana. I think that's the
Okay.
one.
Did you want to voice the fox girl as well?
I don't know.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
I have returned.
Hello.
What's up with the Naruto music, man?
I have no idea. I've been vibing to it while I check a few stuff on my end.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
I have been vibing to it while I check a few stuff on my end.
Ah,
Yeah.
are you streaming as well?
No, I'm not streaming.
Oh, okay.
It's just that I have to check a few stuff in college, and I will do a little show after this once I'm ready. On that game, I will stream it. Not stream it, stream it on Twitch and then my Discord.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
Well,
I'm
we
having
kept your
off
boxes
streaming for
full
2 weeks
for
because of
long
the
time.
surgery, but I can talk better, so I'm going back to streaming this week.
I'm glad you're doing okay.
Me too. I finally can go on my day without a painkiller.
What painkillers are fun? I mean, what?
They get you so high and stuff.
I might just be over here in the corner with some painkillers. Now that I know which character is which, I can do the voice that I prepared for it.
You didn't catch that. What happened?
I said, now that I know which voice is which, I can prepare the voice that I had specifically for this character.
Oh, you have specific voices. How nice. I have nothing.
I can't really change my voice all that often. It's going to be a matter of little squeaks. One's going to be my normal voice, and the other's gonna... Oh my god! That's going to be fun for people.
Still high pitch for Discord.
It's still picking up half of it.
I guess I kept up this voice for the game.
I like that one.
I'm going to practice voice acting actually at the end of this year. I'm going to sign up to classes.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Alright, I am back and I feel 1,000 pounds lighter.
Oh no, he took a shit!
No, I changed my clothes.
Oh no! He cut off his 12-inch dick!
Oh no, he left the door open!
Alright. Back to the game. While I didn't know what in the world was going on, the two girls armed with rather realistic-looking props, surely they couldn't be real, had me worried. I couldn't very well call myself a hero if I let something like this go by without acting. I'm going to regret this. Bumbling in a noise, I chased after the girls.
Yeah, go around the left.
Right!
I said left! Why do you always undermine me?
I wasn't saying right. I was... You know what? Never mind. Just run after them!
I see, I'm voicing a bimbo.
As I was chasing the girls, I noticed that the trees seemed to be getting denser, making it gradually more difficult to navigate along the path. Oni-sama, I don't think I can run much more. I'm starting to feel a bit.
A little longer, Mayuka-chan. We're almost... Mayuko!
Asura,
Mayuko! What?
Asura, can you
Yes.
give me the blonde kitsune?
Sure.
Thank you.
Hey, yay. Mayuko, not that! Not now!
Sorry, Onesama.
Scissor attack!
You're not wearing panties, so that takes on a whole different meaning. I arrived just in time to find a scene taken straight from an action movie. The girl with blonde hair had collapsed, held in her companion's protective embrace. The two armed girls were approaching them. almost mistakenly with killing instincts running amok. Any seasoned martial artist would have felt it. Those girls were going to be in for a beating if I didn't stop them.
We got you now, thieves. I'm going to permanently drag your sorry butts back to town and have you both in the stuff. Maybe I'll even show you how it feels to run around without any undies on.
Yeah, although I must admit, having a breeze down there does feel kind of nice. Woo! Keeps me fresh and tingly.
Goodness! Don't you have any shame?
Nope.
This is about you. This is about our undergarments. Stolen. And these two criminals being brought to justice.
Did they take them off of us?
Apparently.
Alyssa, my hurts! My head hurts!
It's going to be okay, little one. Hey, guards! If you're so desperate to have your underwear back, then here, catch!
Stop it right there! However, before I was able to interrupt the conversation, the silver-haired girl tossed something into the air. Whatever it was flying straight towards my head. The two samurai girls instantly grew flustered. Ugh! I can't see! Who the hell tosses a... Peeling the items off my face, I raised them into the air, looking like a professor examining an important sample while the thieves made their escape. A pink bra and lacy pink panties. Know what I'm using tonight? Oh boy. I knew this wasn't going to end well.
Ah, you there! Are you in cahoots with those scruffy foxes? Hand those back immediately. Those are evidence of a crime, enough for anyone else to touch.
Stop the panties right now!
I'm innocent until proven guilty. It's one of those golden rules of court. Just stop pointing those weapons at me so I can hand over your undies without being turned into a shish kebab.
What? No, stop! Shut up! Just drop the evidence and walk away! Tsukino Miyo, chief of the village guards, and I'm ordering you to drop what you're holding right now!
I don't know of any village guards, and I seriously doubt a cop will go around dressed like that wielding a katana. Like, my god, where are your guns? More importantly, the ground around here is muddy and dirty. Are you sure I should drop the evidence here? I mean, I could, but...
Yeah!
Oh, excuse me. Before I could react, the pink-haired girl lunged towards me, the pointy end of her naginata aiming for my gut. My reflexes caught on just in time and was able to palm the spear as it sailed through the air. I struck upwards on the wooden shaft of the weapon, even though it looks like metal, sending it up into the air and causing the girl to lose her balance.
Okay. Narumi! I did not order you to attack!
Fine, I'll give them back, jeez. Just my luck to find a bunch of crazed girls with weapons. Then in the handout that held the undies, I tried to hand them over. Something that I would soon end up regretting.
Ha! You think you'd fall for something so simple? Fool! You may have fooled me once, but I won't let that happen again.
The woman swung her weapon wide, arcing the thick wooden pole into my side before I could dodge, but it still wasn't as thick as my dick. Then she lunged forward and grabbed me tightly, pulling my arms around behind my back, leaving me with sore ribs and in a prone position. I knew I was getting laid tonight. I could have fought back, but I figured it would only lead to more fighting. With the possibility of ending up stabbed, I decided to remain passive. The sword-wielding girl stepped forward and grabbed the silky underwear from my hand triumphantly.
Your methods might be crude, but they do get results. Kikage, tie him up. I'll bring him for questioning. He probably knows where those pesky thieves are hiding.
Right.
And people wonder why criminals want to resist arrest at all costs. I mumbled this weakly as the girl with the naginata tied my wrists together with rope, and I soon felt myself dragged by the duo towards the city. Surely once we're out of the forest, you two will stop this act of yours and let me go, right? As much as I like to fool around, you know, because of my 12-inch dick, I have more important things to do.
City? We're not taking your way there. You'll be spending the night in the village, so thief.
Who are you calling a thief? I'm the victim. First, I get onions tossed in my face, and then I have to deal with physical abuse, and now these accusations. Besides, there's no village around these parts. It's a city, you know. Tsukino Toshi.
Silence! Hikage, if he speaks up again before we get to the village, you have my permission to knock him unconscious.
Please, crush me with your thighs. Tsundere tyrant.
That's funny.
And that's how I ended up on my way to a jail cell, cuffed and dragged by two girls, both of who I started to suspect were crazy.
You have a thing for crazy.
You're the one who's crazy.
When we exited the forest, alarms set off in my mind. The city I'd lived in for my whole life. It was gone. You've got to be kidding me. If I wasn't in Tsukino Toshi, where the hell was I?
Hey, no talking. Come on. I don't want to bop you that much. Kinda. Maybe a punch or two. I just want to know how the heck you blocked my strike so easily.
Well, that's because I'm a man.
Oh,
You bitch!
I mean, from when this is made, that's probably going to be the response. Your attack had a lot of power behind it, but it was kind of predictable. With the right movement and enough force, that's the result you get. Anyway, I'll play along for a bit. Where in the world are we? This clearly isn't my hometown. I mean, the buildings look more like they belong in some sort of classic samurai movie.
Huh? What the heck is a movie? This is Harumaru. It's been here forever.
Hikage, I thought I told you to silence him. He spoke again.
Actually, you told me that I could, but you didn't tell me that I had to.
Okay, Saber got the right roll. Must be tough being the subordinate of somebody like that.
Be quiet, or I'll silence you for good.
This time it didn't seem like an idle threat. The girl had unsheathed her katana was now resting the edge of the blade against my throat. I was already starting to regret having played a hero earlier. Hopefully, there'd be someone with more common sense in the village. Several minutes later. Dot dot dot.
Dot dot dot.
Dot dot dot. Dot 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 dot.
Trying to make that
How to
into
get
like
the
a
dots?
rhythm?
What was that, Saber?
You trying to put that into a rhythm?
No, I'm just doing random shit. I soon found myself confined within a small room. The stern-looking tsundere of a girl glaring down at me, while the other girl, who was apparently called Narumi, seemed to have softened up a little. From what I have gathered during the conversation, they called the village elder to help oversee my questioning.
What purpose did this two thief have? Or are you just some pervert who gets sniffing on girls' undies? I ought to cut strike you.
No. I don't get off on sniffing them. I just like holding them and putting them on my head, because I call myself bra man. And you know, wearing women's undies can sometimes feel pretty good. I already told you, I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Not to mention anything worn by you would probably smell sour.
Oh!
I couldn't see too well from the cell where they had put me, but I was almost certain I could hear Narumi laughing nearby. Skune Dono, please calm down. You brought him in to learn the reason behind his presence in the forest, didn't you?
That is correct, Elder Sama. Why does they use this? I believe he was working together with the folk spirits to steal, panties and other undergarments.
Objection! My name is Phoenix Wright! Huh. What are you objecting to, young man? The evidence surrounding the defendant's accusation was fabricated. Narumi-san, would you please answer this question for the judge? Was the defendant, that is, myself, anywhere near those girls while you two were in pursuit of them?
Hold it! Just who are you calling a judge here? Lower your voice or I will strike you down!
Hey, Mio-san? Maybe the whole angry accusation thing isn't working. Guy clearly understands it. You could just ask him why he was up there in the woods. If he has a valid reason, then sure. If not, he's clearly a fancy thief, and we'll use him as a punching bag out in the yard.
Finally, and here I thought
You
this was
definitely
meant to
got the
become
right
a
role.
turnabout case. I sighed deeply, partly amused by my own act of desperate seriousness of the situation. Who would have ever thought that mimicking characters from games and movies would end up getting me out of trouble? It's almost like I'm in one myself.
How to be an idiot 101.
Pretty much. As long as I don't become an ace prisoner, things will hopefully turn out for the better. A wise idea, Narumi-chan. How about you start by giving us your name? Gushikin Takahiro. So, what are you doing in the forest when those two were chasing the thieves? I'm not entirely sure. One moment I was praying at a shrine hidden deep inside the forest. Next thing I knew, some weird girl was talking to me. A girl? Yes, a girl with horns and a tail. I know it sounds weird, but I could have sworn I saw her before. I must have fainted. After that, I woke up somewhere in the forest. Look, no dono. Narumi-chan, do you recall the stories beyond the shrine near our village?
Forgive me, Elder. I do not recall.
I know it's a place of high spiritual energy, a sacred place, but I can't remember the details. Sorry, Grandfather.
You bet your tits you don't remember. That shrine belongs to Suryu. Yuri. Suryu. Suyuri.
So Yuri.
Suyuri. Man, that's a weird fucking name. A powerful spirit that has been watching over our village for as long as anyone can remember. Unlike the fox spirits, we tend to avoid going too deep into the forest.
Excuse me while I only watch.
I still think I could get rid of those pests once and for all if you will just let me go and find their home. It's probably hidden in some dump cave on the hill or some run-down old house.
Humans and spirits rarely mingle, even if they meet with good intentions. The fact that this lad says he saw a spirit means there is a chance there is a reason. Not to mention, did you take a good look at him yet? He seems disoriented and his clothes look foreign.
He did seem to be talking gibberish earlier. He claimed to be from a city near here, but there's nothing like that around for miles. He was also talking about something called a movie, and he used some fighting techniques that I've never really seen before.
He is still a pervert.
I mean, I am, but that
Yeah.
has nothing to do with anything. I'm not a pervert. I am, but I'm not. It's perfectly natural for a guy of my age to be curious about certain things. Besides, if you're talking about how the panties ended up on my face, I had nothing to do with it, Tsundere Tyrant.
Why do you just call me? I ought to smash you to pieces, you brat. Call me that again, bitch. I dare you.
Hey, Tsundere Tyrant, why don't you step on me?
That's it, you're done. Come here.
Oh, wait. Now that I think about it, those two boxes did look like they were just abandoning. But Grandfather, what does all this mean?
I can't be certain, however, I believe it's unlikely that he's working together with the Fox Spirits. Still, I've never heard of any human who came upon a spirit such as Sayuri. I dare to say he might not even be of this world. Wait, are you trying to say that I'm in a different world now? That would be the most logical explanation.
Yeah, the most logical explanation. You're from another world. God damn it.
I didn't think I was going to get isekai today.
Dang it, when did the truck got me?
In what world would that be considered logical? But I have an important tournament to participate in 2 weeks from now. Well, no one has ever experienced something like this before. Oof. Oh, excuse me.
Woo!
Grandfather!
I give 6 out of 10. Not loud enough.
No, as I've been trying to suppress it. We will have to think of how to deal with you, or if it's even possible to get you back to your own world. In the
Multiverse,
meantime,
dude.
you can probably suck on my granddaughter's titties.
Oh, I was gonna say, that wasn't you.
Oh no.
In the meantime, a night in the cell won't hurt. He did assault a village guard, and he resisted arrest.
Hey, that's because you guys tried to kill me. I did nothing wrong. It was just self-defense.
Shut up, pervert!
Legendary
Because
tyrant.
staying here. Because staying here until he rots for all I care. But I respect the elder wish. But I suspect the elder will wish to have to talk with you soon. Hikage, I'm going to clean myself off. Suggest you do the same.
Oh, we can clean ourselves off? Can I come watch?
Pervert.
I would take offense to him for implying that I stink, but that was one hell of a run.
I mean, you shouldn't, because like I said, Tsundere Tyrant probably smells sour.
Those fox spirits run fast. I would like to know more about those techniques, Takahiro-san. If you do happen to stick around, I might want to go a few rounds with you.
Please tell me you mean in bed. It's not like I'll be going anywhere for the time being. It's only for a few hours while we discuss what to do with you.
Eat him!
No, I'll eat you.
We could maybe tie you up.
As a person such as yourself would end up causing quite the commotion amongst the villagers, so it's necessary to convince them that you mean them no harm before we release you. And that was how I found myself stuck in a jail cell, while the people responsible for my situation left to deal with personal errands.
No. 4 out of 10. You're breaking it into 2. It must be one long, loud one.
This sucks. As if being sent to a different world wasn't bad enough. I'm stuck in jail with only my company being... Saber?
Okay, beautiful, magnificent, majestic sisters. You lucky boy!
A pair of beautiful... Wait a second. Maybe.
Yahoo! Right there, Panty Boy!
A familiar face appeared at the top of the cell, a blonde girl with golden eyes. As I watched, she flipped over, landed in front of the cell, waving her hands at me. From the side of the cell, another girl appeared, a wiry grin on her face.
Oh, we're back to these?
Yep.
It's the pot thieves! If you're here
No, this is me, this is me.
Oh, it's you! That's sorry! I'm sorry! I did the same to you! It's contagious. God damn it.
Kind of
Stupidity
is.
is contagious, I know.
Ah, it's the panty thieves. If you're here to reclaim your hostages, they're already back where they belong.
Nope, we saw the guards going to the baths and swipe the insults again. Look!
Oh damn, are you gonna give those to me so I can jerk off? With that,
Oh,
she
boy.
pulled out a pair of lacy silken underwear up from her sleeve and stretched it out with her thumb, showing off her panty prize to me. You came all the way back here to snatch her underwear again? And I'm not sure the Tsundere Tyrant fits that label.
The cutie with the katana? You'd be surprised. I happen to believe she's as innocent as one can be. She seems far too uptight to let any man touch her. As for returning to the village, we have a debt to settle.
I smiled weakly as I wondered what the fox meant by debt. Maybe they'll let me touch their boobies. I'm not sure what this debt of yours might be, but I think it'd be better if you leave before those two return. You don't seem to be on friendly terms with the samurai girls.
Wait, if he doesn't know about it, maybe we can just leave, Onezama.
Mako, that's not how we do things. Young man, your actions allowed us to escape our earlier predicament without harm. This places us in your debt, for which we were now repaying you. Mako, do the magic!
Okay.
The younger girl walked forward and placed her hands upon the locked door of the cell. She began mumbling something I couldn't even begin to understand, and her hands began glowing brightly. I think it was English that she was speaking, but I failed that class. Different worlds, girls wielding weapons, and now fox girls using magic? Next on the list, I'm gonna find a talkative magical sword and end up destined to save the world. It's called foreshadowing. That said, I was curious to see what this magic would do to the lock keeping me imprisoned. I don't know if you said anything, May.
Discord.
The glow flared for a moment before quickly fading. There was a hiss, then a sizzle, as the lock dripped onto the floor in a mess of molten metal.
Well done, Mei-chan. Sorry, Mako-chan. You did very well. Relax for now, right?
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be the most surprised about. The fact that a girl just melted a steel lock, even though I know that should be iron because of the time frame, or that I'm starting to accept that this is normal.
This level of magic is extraordinary. Mako-chan is quite gifted. But as I said, we are here to settle our debt. If you would like, we can escort you back to the forest where we first encountered you. I do, however, suggest that you decide quickly. The guards will not bathe for long. I should know. I have observed them for a while.
Dirty girl. Well, I don't plan on sticking around,
Naughty, naughty.
so I'll gladly accompany you two out of here. Maybe I'll be able to find a way my way back home. English is hard. Lead the way, Peeping Tammy.
Oh, how do I pronounce that?
Machiko.
Machiko, I think.
Machiko?
Yep.
Sakurano Machiko, not Tammy.
Takahiro, but I suggest we keep the introductions for later.
Well, very well then. Takikana. Oh my god. Follow!
As I was stepping out of the cell, the sound of a familiar voice boomed in the distance.
Crafty Foxy is what? Kleptomaniacs! I'll skin you alive!
I think that's our cue to get out of here. And with that, the three of us darted out of the prison.
Okay, I gotta use the washroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's wait for a bit for her to get back, because don't want her to miss out on the fun.
So how your day been?
It has been long and full of COVID.
Oh no, alright. You said that your dad got COVID?
And now my mother has it.
Uh-oh. It's spreading.
My mother just got over friggin' pneumonia.
Oh, I'm sorry for laughing. I'm just, you'll catch it next.
I fucking hope not.
I'm still open for suggestions, as in get me infected, you know?
No.
Send a little tube. Come on!
I did, however, order some manga.
Erotica? Naughty, naughty.
I said manga, but yeah, it is kind of erotic.
Ha! Ha! I know it.
I'm the hero, but the Demon Lord's also me.
I should stop building my collection when I can't.
Absolutely understandable. It costs a
Naughty,
lot of
naughty.
money. Oh, you
Wait,
have
what?
no
Really?
idea. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, manga costs money, so it's understandable.
Yeah, but manga is like $10. Just a little spare once or twice a month, it will be fine. Unless you're doing something wrong here.
Well, I mean, it's actually like $17 here in Canada, depending on what you get.
Uh-oh. You're doing something wrong here, I know it.
I'm actually sending you the couple of pictures from it.
Oh!
The cover and the very first photo.
Exclusive content, I see.
Welcome back.
We're back to the Naruto music.
Yep. And that's pretty much what happened. According to the village elder, there's a supposed shrine somewhere in the forest. It must be the same one I visited before I got caught up in this mess.
Goodness, that sounds like a terrible situation.
Wait, before you continue, send me the name of that manga, please.
It's on the cover.
I can't see it! Is it... It's cut off at the bottom.
Oh,
Don't you see it?
I'm the hero, but the Demon Lord's also me.
Oh, the Demon Lord's also me. Okay.
Alright, go ahead, Saber.
I know that creatures such as Tsutsuyuri enjoy playing with people. This seems a little cruel for her. I would speak to her myself, but fox spirits are not allowed near the shrine.
May.
Huh? I thought the reason we never go there was because you get all flustered whenever Tsu turns around.
Shut up, Mako!
Make me, idiot!
I didn't realize a panty thief could get embarrassed like that. But maybe you two could show me the way to the shrine? Somehow the layout of this forest seems different from my world. Which pretty much meant that Arya's map was useless now.
You do not understand. There is more to the way of the spirits than meets the eye, Taka-kun. I will try to navigate you through the shrine, but if Yuri does not want us there, we will simply not get there. The only places we can navigate to directly from are our home and the village.
I could use gate magic, but that takes super long to cast. And unless I concentrate really hard, it usually ends up taking us to some place, not fun.
If you mean a BDSM dungeon, I mean, I think that's pretty fun. I think I'll prefer taking the ground route, but thanks for the offer. Mako-chan, was it?
That's right! Sakura no Mako, at your service. Yay! My first human friend!
Silly girl.
Not that I doubt your navigation skills or anything, but didn't we cross this path a while ago?
You're right! Why are we back here, Onesima?
Huh? I thought you were leading the way. Wait, I think if we turn this way, cut through here, through these trees, we might— Ah!
The girl seemingly disappeared at a sight as she stepped in between two tall trunks, only to be followed by a loud splash. I ran towards the trees and looked down to see the girl.
This happens all the time when she gets lost. She's an idiot. She's a klutz. She's trying to get out of the village without. She's trying to get out of the village when she's not around.
I feel like things are about to get really spicy. I ran towards the trees and looked down to see the girl, arms flailing wildly, neck deep in a slow-moving river.
Ah! Onesima! Onesima, quick! Please, you have to help her. I'm begging you. Oh, I'll do whatever you want. Just please save her.
Oh my.
Except strip. Do not spin a strip. I'm a child.
Save her.
Oh, I didn't catch it?
No. There we go. It doesn't look like that deep, you know. Don't tell me that your sister can't.
They can't swim. Neither of us can. Please, Takahiro-sama, please rescue my sister.
I guess I don't have a choice. Smiling weakly, I pulled off my jacket and dove into the river, the cold water sending shivers down my spine as I swam towards Machiko, who, despite the lack of a strong current, was slowly disappearing under the water. Urged on by the worried shouts of Mako, I tried to reach the girl as quickly as possible. It took me a few strokes before I reached her. Yeah! But by
Save
the
her
time,
quicker, you useless human!
I grabbed a hold of her and pulled her out of the water, she had lost consciousness. She's not breathing. I felt my stomach drop. Dreadful thoughts of what might happen if I didn't do something began to fill my mind. But what in the world could I possibly do? I don't know what—
CPR, you idiot!
I don't know anything that could possibly save her. I don't even know what CPR is. Wait a minute, I could do CPR. CPR?
I don't know what that is. She's not breathing. Help her! Please save her! Onesima, please wake up!
Okay, but I need to concentrate. Can you find something to dry her off with?
Right!
Great. A mage without a revive spell. As if,
I hate you!
I mean, she could be a black mage, so that makes more sense. As if trying to steal my nerves for what I'm about to do, I muttered those words just before leaning in. All I could remember from my first aid training was that the patient had to be in a so-called recovery position and then I had to blow air into their mouth and push down on her chest. We only actually do
Make
one
sure
of
to
those.
play with a tongue.
You
This
actually
is
only,
gonna go off.
you actually only do one of those things now. You don't do mouth to mouth anymore.
Ooh.
That is not a thing you do anymore because A, there's a variety of health reasons, and B, when you're doing the compressions, it should just help the lungs too. So my heart pounded faster and faster, and I looked down at the fox girl. I could feel my cheeks heating up as a blush spread across my face. I was about to get to third base already. Clumsily, I put her into what I hoped was the right position, and slowly, I lowered myself onto her face. My lips parted.
Oh boy. Damn.
Oh,
If you had just asked
yeah.
her for a kiss, you could have just asked. I know I'm beautiful and exquisite creature, but pushing me into the river so you can play hero is a bit much, Taki-kan.
It's not
Put
like that. I
a
went in to save
very
you.
censored bar. Oh wait, her tail is doing the censoring. Never mind.
Yeah, that's her tail.
Oh, why thank you, oh valiant hero, for your rescue. I must admit, I am not the greatest swimmer.
You know, you look pretty fucking hot right now. Like, the water dripping off of you is just...
But you know, it's often better to get permission from the maiden you've rescued before you claim them as your reward, silly.
Don't think of it that way. I was just doing CPR. I didn't have a choice. I either claimed your lips or death would claim you instead.
And a bold choice that was. Where is Mako? I hope she didn't try to save me first. She's even worse at swimming than I am.
She's fine.
You idiot!
She's fine. She should be heading back here right now.
In that case, I believe we have enough time. So how about it, Taki-kun? My little sister will be back in a few minutes, and I'm sure a boy like you have probably never kissed a girl before. So how about it? Want to claim this maiden's lips?
Say yes, you idiot. Say yes. She's asking. Not take the chance away. Talk.
Abso-fucking-lutely, I'd love to.
Just wants the character say no.
Oh!
He said no in the worst way. Don't make me toss you back into the river.
Aw, such a shame, too. I was looking forward to finding just how sweet your lips tasted.
I'm not sure I want to find out what a wet fox tastes like. Oh,
You
you fucking
idiot.
idiots.
Oh, you fucking idiots. I hate this character.
Oh, I assure you, I taste a lot better when I'm wet.
Oh, God, this is great.
I was trying to do something.
I
For
need
some-
to take some of these notes to D&D.
Yes, you do. For some reason, I don't think we're talking about the same thing anymore. I feel like I'm being called an idiot somewhere, but I just can't put my finger on why.
Yeah.
I felt my chucks.
Your chucks.
I felt my cheeks flushing up slightly at Machiko's teasing words, and I awkwardly scratched my cheek. Anyway, at this rate, you're gonna catch a cold.
Then perhaps you should warm me up, Taki-kun.
He's still flirting with you. I'm losing it, dude. How can you not see this? I'm losing it.
More importantly, we need to get you out of those soggy clothes.
Oh my, Taki-kun, so bold. Please, won't you unbutton my top for me?
What buttons do you have on your top? It looks like a completely laced up situation. If you insist.
Oh my god, you say yes to that? Oh my god.
I mean, who wouldn't? My fingers shook as I reached down to the laces of her bodice. I was blushing brightly, and my head was spinning as I felt my fingers touch the cloth. Before I could continue any further, I heard a whoosh behind me and felt something heavily impact against my body. My body toppled forwards, and I felt a nasty blow to the back of my head.
Cock blocked.
Yup.
Nancy, my eye, but the. Oh no, take a hero!
I could barely focus as the blonde fox girl began to fuss over me, but it was no good. Between running my butt off all day, the tsundere tyrant, the following rescue, and now the blow to the head, I felt myself slip into unconsciousness again.
You
Later-
my friend!
Later that day. Dot
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 dot. Dot dot dot.
dot 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 dot.
I knew it was coming.
More dot.
Hours must have passed by the time I finally regained consciousness. The first thing I noticed was something soft resting against me. God, I hope it was a nice pair of tits. For a moment, I wondered what it could be. Little did I know that whatever it was, I would soon be very much awake. Hell yes!
Hello.
It's still censored, so it's still with a TOS.
You will be banned.
But Machiko, my voice caught inside my throat, easily betrayed by my surprise seeing the fox spirit resting beside me. Of course, it didn't help that she was stark naked. Don't know why I had to bring Tony into this, but my gaze drifted along her features, and I hadn't really put a thought into it until now. But she was really beautiful. Now's my chance. I've been curious about something for a while now and decided to finally get my answer. I carefully lifted my hand towards her head, my fingertips lightly caressing along a single furry ear. To my surprise, the fur felt real, confirming my theory. Though, she's a real fox spirit. It's not like I could just, push her hair aside and see if she had any other ears and this was just hiding it, and that this was somehow just some sort of really good fabrication, or maybe took a look at her tail and make sure it was actually attached to her and not some sort of butt plug.
Cosplay!
As I looked over the peacefully sleeping girl, it was difficult to imagine someone like her being a panty-stealing troublemaker. Up close, she looked incredibly cute, and naked like that no less. The fact that she was laying right beside me caused my cheeks to flare up, beet red in an instant.
No. Siri, not again.
Is she dreaming? Amused by this, I reached out to poke her cheek gently, but the sound of footsteps made me reconsider. Maybe.
I was speaking muted. Oh no. Take it here, you're awake. Shh, don't wake Nesima. She's just light sleeper and she's been super tired lately.
Sure, but Mako-chan, mind explaining why your sister's sleeping next to me without clothes on? Apparently I can't say the word naked because that's indecent.
You two look super cute, all cuddled up together earlier. Anesima said that you told her that it was important that she took her clothes off. So she took hers off. And then we took yours off. After that, she tried to keep you both warm by getting under the covers and laying in the sun. However, in the end, she fell asleep.
Were you watching me just now?
Yep, you woke her sleeping so soundly. It was super adorable. I wanted to cuddle up with you too, but Anesima told me off for cuddling with her in her sleep before.
Is that because you touch her in your sleep? I mean, you don't look like your blood-related sister, so I think that's okay.
It's just that she's super cuddly.
I think I get it. She does look rather adorable while she's sleeping like that. Let's keep it that way for now. Wait, did you say I was naked? I took a deep breath and was about to open my mouth to say something when Mako suddenly spoke up with a smile.
We brought you home to our mansion. A mansion. I don't know how to say that word.
Mansion.
We brought you to our spare room because it has the best line during the day. I was only watching you for a bit, then I got bored, so I went and made some soup.
May?
Yeah, sorry. Anesima always makes me soup when I feel bad. Do you want some?
Sure, I could go for some soup, but Mako-chan, before that, I need to ask you a favor.
Hmm?
I need you to go and get my clothes, because I'm kind of naked here.
You said the word. I thought you were not able to say it before. What happened?
I lifted the blanket enough to allow a shameful glance at the cause of my current predicament. My face visibly took on a shade of tomato when I noticed Mako leaning over for a similar peek under the blanket. I quickly closed the gap.
You pervert.
I think I'm going to stay under the blanket for a bit. Could you just please bring me my clothes?
Aww. Well, you might wake her up if you don't go back to sleep. That's fine. If you insist, I'll go get your clothes. You're no fun, you know. I wanted to see what human looked like, but Anesima forbid me from peeking.
Please just go. The girl
No!
almost skipped to the door.
Show me your dick!
Ah, fine. I'll show you my 12-inch dick. The girl almost skipped. The girl almost skipped to the door, giggling to herself. The door slid open and she hopped outside, vanishing behind the paper screen. Once I had confirmed that Mako had left the room, I turned my gaze sideways, focusing back on the peaceful expression of the slumbering fox by my side. For a moment, I thought about things the two girls had just accused me of. Okay, so stealing underwear isn't exactly the nicest thing to do. But when I look at her like this, I can't picture her as anything but a normal girl. It's just with fox ears. While the temptation to lift the blanket was strong, I felt a little nervous about the thought. They should have had a blanket over her then. If she's under a blanket, they should have had a blanket over her. Still, as much as I tried to hold myself back, I couldn't resist the temptation of turning to my side and getting a better glimpse of her. Gingerly, I took a hold of the blanket. No, Takahiro. Neither a gentleman nor a hero takes advantage of a sleeping lady. I wouldn't really call this taking advantage, though, because I'm just sneaking a peek, because they saw me naked first, while I was passed out. Quid pro quo, or something like that. I'm kind of an idiot. And yet, who am I kidding? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I mean, look at the size of those tits. In the end, the perverted little devil within me won the morality struggle, and, with a shaking hand, I tried to lift the blanket. Saber. Yes, you did, Rex.
Stop!
Yikes!
I don't want any black belly.
White as the very sheets I was laying on, my heart pounded louder than ever. Without a word, I dropped the blanket. She was still dreaming, mumbling away in her sleep, but she had scared the living daylights out of me. After a while, Mako returned and deposited my now dry clothes on my lap. She smiled at me and lingered for a few moments as if expecting me to begin changing. Thanks for the lurk.
Oh no! Oh, of course! The soup! Okay, now. But don't change too slowly, okay? I bet you hate for me to sneak in a peek.
Maybe if you actually offered, I'd show you. But you didn't, so you're not going to get to see anything. Like, my god. Don't think guys spend as much time changing as girls. Wait, are you planning to peek on me? It occurred to me that perhaps Mako was a bit like her sister than I had first assumed.
Everyone's
You
asking.
sounds like you know what you're talking about, Takahiro. And, well, I might have been thinking about it.
Everyone's just like, what the hell am I seeing?
I'm kind of curious about the difference between us foxes and you humans. Like, it was amazing how easily you carried sis out of the water. Is it because you're human?
No, it's actually because people weigh less when they're in water. Actually, I think it's probably because I'm a guy. We tend to be stronger
Wow.
than girls. Not to mention, I practice judo almost every day. It would be embarrassing if I couldn't even carry a girl. Although, really, that has nothing to do with
You
it
went
because judo is all about momentum.
Judo?
Judo. It's a sport of sorts, although it's also used for self-defense.
Is that why you saved her? Because of this judo?
Well, that's not really it. Ultimately, saving a damsel in distress hinges on a man's pride.
Oh, can I see it? Your pride?
You want to see my
Where is
12-inch
it? In the
dick?
trash?
No. My pride's not in the
In my
trash, although
pants.
my morals are.
Like Slipper indeed, my fucking ass sister. We have been slipping all this time.
And just what exactly are you looking for, little sister?
It's pride! Oh, Nesama! I wasn't. You're wrong. The soup's still cooking. I need to tend to it.
The younger girl scrambled to her feet and dashed out of the room at full speed, her tail comically hanging between her legs as she did. I turned to Machiko, with a faint blush on my face, averting my eyes so she could pull the sheets back up around herself. I see you're finally awake, Machiko-san.
With you two making such a fuss about judo and soup, how could I possibly hope to get any sleep? I'm glad to see you are well, Takuko. Forgive me for taking such measures, but I feared that I wasn't getting warm fast enough, and did what I thought was necessary.
Oh my.
At least it was more enjoyable sleep than you would have had in the cell. I doubt the Sundari tyrants, was it? I doubt she would have given you the same service.
No, the Sundari Tyrant probably wouldn't have given me this service at all. Thank you so much. Let's just say that the hospitality was much appreciated.
I'm glad to hear
I know,
that.
that's awesome.
If you would like to change, there's a screen just over there. I promised I won't look, of course.
But maybe I want you to look, just not your sister. I guess one of us has to do it. I watched Machiko close her eyes, hiding her face in her hands as if to reassure me that she wouldn't peek. Taking my chances, I climbed out from under the blanket and made my way towards the wooden screen, making sure to at least, helicopter a few times to make sure she wasn't watching. Once I reached it, I quickly began changing.
If you could be so kind as to do me a favor, Takakun. My robe should be on the dresser behind you. Could you pass it to me, please? It would speed matters up greatly.
Hey, don't you lie, you wanted to be on this. Ah, sure, give me a second. After looking around for a moment, I found the robes neatly folded up on the dresser, my heart skipping a beat as I took a hold of them, before turning towards the screen to hand them over. Say, Machiko-san, how come you two walk around stealing people's underwear? I mean, you don't look like bad people to me.
Well, it is complicated. Mega was researching a spell she had wanted to perform, one that would allow us easier access to certain things we need. And one of the ingredients was a maiden silk. The only silk I can think of, well, you already know the answer.
By maiden silk, do you mean... Well, I think that was kind of stupid of me to ask, because you already confirmed it. I guess I understand why you would think that. But isn't maiden silk another term for wedding sash? It is in my world, at least. As I said this, the girl appeared from the other side of the screen.
I never realized.
What's that, Inazuma?
A maiden silk. It is a wedding sash. Oh, if I worked for naught!
Oh, well, at least a wedding sash will be easier to get. I'll just have to marry Taka.
That doesn't
Well,
make
that
it
was-
easier to
That
get.
escalated quickly.
Yeah. What?
A few
Hey, one
minutes
of us
later,
has to do it.
Dot dot
I call dibs.
dot.
dot 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 dot
Dot
dot dot
dot
dot dot dot
dot
dot
dot.
dot dot dot. Hey, Crimson.
Oh no!
Yes, you were wondering why she was reading
Sometimes.
sussy stuff, and now you know. After that little incident, we relocated to the kitchen. The smell of food filled the air. Despite the younger girl's easygoing attitude, always humming some cheerful melody, I found my cheeks still burning from embarrassment. I think that a girl would say such a thing. Because, apparently girls have to always be modest and not horny at all. I quickly shook my head to clear the thoughts from my mind and turned towards the elder sister. The soup's delicious, as Mako-chan usually the one doing the cooking around here. Thanks for the follow, Crimson.
How dare you haven't been following it?
Also, I believe I'm now 5 away from the reveal.
Yay!
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad you
They're-
like it.
They're supposed
That
to be
was reading.
overlapping.
Yay! I'm glad you like it, Takahiro. I don't usually cook, so I made a few lucky guesses.
Yeah, May wanted to be on the back of Saber.
It is
so.
rather delicious, Mika-chan. Perhaps you could do more cooking from now on. It would allow me more time to lounge around.
Hopefully
lazy
naked. I'd
bitch!
love to see that. Well, the first step to getting your wedding sash is to become a good housewife, and that includes cooking. Or, you could just go ask somebody who's about to get married if you could borrow it.
This is why I call dibs, dear sister. Cook, you're a lazy butt.
I added this with a bit of amusement, following Machiko's comment. I took another sip of the soup. For a few lucky guesses, the dish turned out pretty well.
That's true. I'll learn how to clean, and I'll cook for you. And, know what else, but it'll be fun learning.
Don't worry, I'll also make sure you put your melt to good use.
Mako, you should stop that. You know very well that would be pointless for you to marry him. Only villagers know how to craft the wedding sash. We both know that will not happen.
But I'm pretty!
You are pretty. They just don't like us.
No, that's because you keep stealing their panties. If you just actually went and returned them and said, hey, we just wanted the spell that was for maiden silk, and we got the wrong idea of what it was, I'm pretty sure that would clear it all up. That's not
But that would mean end of the game.
That's not necessarily true, Machiko-san.
It only ever becomes more evident that you are not of this world, Taki-kun. The villagers do not tolerate our existence. They despise us. We can never ask for such a favor from them.
All we have to do is find some way to make the villagers accept you. But I guess I'll need to learn a bit more about the village itself before we can do that. The pale-haired woman shook her head slowly, her ears flattening against her head as she did.
It's not that simple. They would never trust us. Humans and fox spirits have never been able to get along. I'm honestly surprised that you've been able to tolerate us this long.
Well, that's because I come from a modern world where you guys don't exist, and you're actually pretty much a fetish for me.
I would be happy to be proven wrong. And you are free to stay here as long as you wish. Until, of course, you grow weary of our ways and decide to leave.
Well, as long as you keep sleeping naked next to me, that's not gonna happen.
Onesa, please don't say things like that. Takahiro will never do that. Will you, Takahiro?
Of course I wouldn't. I wouldn't abandon someone just because they're a different species. That's not the way Gushihiro Takahiro does things. I'm just not gonna say his name properly anymore, I guess. However, I do remember the village elder telling me that it wasn't just the fox
Idiot.
spirits. It sounds like humans and spirits everywhere have been on bad terms for a long time. Do you know why, Machiko-san?
I did not recall. Much information is withheld even from someone such as myself.
Call herself
Most spirit-
old.
Sorry, what?
I believe... Nope.
Most spirits keep to themselves these days. There are a few exceptions, the Scary being one of them. Powerful spirits come and go as they please. They tend to remain in their world.
Yes.
Fox spirits, however, have no other place to go. We are stuck in the human world, for better or for worse.
Huh? I didn't realize it was like that. I guess I'm finally learning stuff. I'm a stupid bimbo.
Well, this Sayuri character lives in the shrine, right? We should try asking her for some ideas.
No. We do not need to go to see her. Absolutely not. No, I don't want to see her. I don't want to!
I'm somewhat taken aback by Machiko's suddenly childish way of speaking. It reminded me of times I've been told to go visit a doctor when I was younger, complaining and throwing tantrums along the way.
6. I'm not loud enough.
But isn't she the only one that can help us?
I refuse to go. Tasuri is a fiend, and I dislike the idea of spending even a second in her presence.
Is that because she touches your boobs in a weird way?
Yes.
You can't be that bad, can she? If anything happens, I'll protect you.
Fine. If it really means that much to you, I will attempt to lead you to the shrine again. But if you enter the grounds alone, I don't want to go anywhere near that place. You will be on your own from there, Chaka-kun.
Yay! Turn into the sharks! Can I calm them somehow?
Of course,
Sacrifice.
just give me a few minutes and I'll make you,
No! Absolutely not. I forbid it. You are not to follow us under any circumstances. Mako,
But I'm better magic than you. I can defend myself. Fine, I'll stay here just like you said. I'll be here in the mansion. All alone. Unprotected. All by myself.
It seems like things are gonna get raunchy here in the mansion when you're all alone.
Who knows what might happen to me? I could get trapped under a bookcase and die. Or sleep in a banana peel and die. Or get bored and die of boredom. I'll be super duper bored sitting here all alone in the same place, day in and day out.
Fine. I get it. You may come along. But you must be on your best behavior, little one. No running around and no talking unless spoken to.
Oh my.
Okay!
Despite Mako's cheerfulness, I couldn't help but wonder what had actually happened between Machiko and the Sayuri for her to react so strongly. I decided that maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to spend some time with the two sisters to get to know them a bit better. Well, I do have 2 weeks until I need to get back to my own world, so there's really no need to rush. How about we do something else instead? I'm sure Machiko wouldn't mind the distraction.
Well, the longer I get to stay away from that place, the better. How about bringing Mako-chan along to go fetch us some dessert? There are oranges, apples, and a small vineyard behind the mansion. I could whip up some cream to go with it if you'd like.
Sure, that sounds easy enough. Let's get us some delicious fruit, Mako-chan.
Alright.
As Mako led me towards the garden of the impressive mansion, she seemed a little quiet, as though she had something on her mind. I wanted to ask her about it, but something about the way her ears sagged and her tail hung low told me that probably wasn't the best idea. She was probably desperate to see my dick, but her sister just wasn't letting her. I decided I would simply try to cheer her up by showing her my dick. So, which do you prefer, Mako-chan? Apples, grapes, or oranges? We could gather all three, but I bet we can grab a few for ourselves.
Apples, I guess? I knew a fox spirit once, a friend of Onesima, who loved apples. I can't remember her name though. I guess my head's a bit follow. I confirm I'm a bimbo.
Are you what's called a bimbo? Cause that'd be great. Apples are awesome. Crunchy on the outside and sweet on the inside. And your head isn't hollow, silly. If that were true, I think I'd still be stuck in that jail cell.
Onesima did most of the thinking though. I just sort of went along with that. What she said.
Well, someone has to take the lead. Besides, I'm still grateful for your help at all the same. About that. I playfully flicked Mako's forehead with a grin. See? Doesn't sound hollow at all. I'm sure there's plenty of clever thoughts in that pretty little head of yours.
Ow! Mimi!
Now you know I'm right, at least. Anyway, let's get those apples, shall we?
Okay, I'll get them. I'll get them. You go grab the basket over there.
Alright, let's get down to business. Feeling hyped, I went to grab one of the baskets stacked nearby, and returned to Mako, who had started climbing one of the trees. I looked up so I could see her panties, but it turns out she wasn't wearing any. The girl looked accustomed to climbing, but her small hands had me a bit worried. Hanging from the branch with just her legs, she checked to see if the apples were ripe.
She's gonna fall, isn't she?
Probably.
She's gonna fall. He's gonna try to catch her. Bottom face.
Could tell that without even clicking any further from here. Mako-chan, be careful! You might slip! Ow! The girl had thrown an apple at me, and while my reflexes let me catch it with ease, the force behind it still stung my palm a little. Of course, I did exaggerate a bit for the girl, because, you know, I'm a man, and she's a girl.
I'll be fine, Taka-kun. I have been climbing the trees all my life.
Even the most experienced climbers end up running into a bit of trouble if they aren't careful. I smiled weakly at the girl's excited attitude, placing the apple I caught into the basket.
You don't know what you're talking about. I'm a fox spirit. I won't fall. Super careful. Watch while I follow your face. I'll grab the apples near the top.
Please follow my face in the right way so it doesn't hurt that much and you can experience some pleasure. I mean, wait, Mako-chan. Unless you can fly, I don't think you should go for those.
Fly? I can't do that, silly. I can't do that, silly Taka-kun. Who has ever heard of flying fox spider? Oh, she fell.
Yep. As expected, the moment Mako tried to reach for one of the apples near the top of the tree, the girl ended up losing her footing and tumbled down towards the ground with a loud cry. Mako! My reflexes quickly kicked themselves into gear trying to catch the girl before she hit the ground. Unfortunately, I didn't notice the apples scattered around the tree, and as a result, ended up tripping over them. I managed to take another few steps and was able to catch Mako before I dropped to the ground. My head was throbbing once I had recovered from the fall. I tried to sit up, but found myself held down by a small but substantial weight. I'm calling her fat. Hell yeah. Opening my eyes, I looked up to see Mako sitting on my lap.
Oh, I guess I tried to reach a bit too far. Thank you, Takahiro. You saved me. And you gave me a soft, well, kind of soft and kind of hard landing.
Well, all you have to do is try a little bit harder, and it's going to be a lot harder. Mako-chan, do you mind you're crushing my balls?
Oh my gosh! Takahiro, I'm so sorry! I'm so sorry!
As the younger girl grew increasingly flustered, I knew I had to calm her down. Gently, I tilted my legs underneath her, and she toppled forward, her head resting against my chest. I'm totally gonna bang her now. I guess we've learned that fox spirits can be pretty clumsy. Or maybe that Mako was even cuter up close than I thought.
Takahiro, I think you're mistaking me for an Isama.
Nah, you're both pretty good looking. I think I'll take you both at the same time. Nope.
Oh boy!
I'm talking about you. You have that innocent side to you that's
Alright,
really
let's
charming.
go.
I wouldn't be surprised if lots of people from the village would want to claim you as their adorable little sister once we've cleared up the misunderstandings. The one of you get trapped in the washing
For
machine.
For some reason, it feels I have the right character.
A little bit.
I hate my community now.
May.
I'll be happy to call you my brother, Takahiro, but lots of people in that village are super mean. I just want to spend time with you and Anesama.
Well, don't worry. Just get trapped in a washing machine and I'll spend lots of time with you. But brother, how about darling?
Oh, now he's the one flirting.
Yeah. He's an idiot.
Darling? I don't know if I'm ready for that.
Really? I think we'd be a cute couple. A hero and a fox spirit living happily ever after? Your sister could stay too, because don't worry, I'm gonna bang her too.
Because she's the third wheel.
Wow,
She's the
thanks.
afterthought.
We could raise a little family. I mean, we already have a house.
What the fuck is going on?
I know. I mean, we already have a house, and we wouldn't have to worry about that. And any guy from my world would kill to have a pretty wife like you. I held back a chuckle, knowing all too well that my teasing was taking effect, and yet I was also happy to see her spirit seemingly lifted.
Thank you, Takani.
The power of the boner is strong with me. I think Takakun would be better. Machiko probably wouldn't like another sibling, but I'm glad you cheered up. You didn't seem happy earlier. The way your tail and ears were hanging low reminded me of a scolded puppy.
Uh-huh. All right. I was just thinking, so, about that spell I wanted to try. The one that needs the silky wedding undies.
Wedding sash. It's kind of like a belt that the bride wears during the wedding ceremony. And down any spell involving panties would be a good idea to cast. Might be a little horny. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, go ahead and cast it.
It'd be a great
Oh!
spell.
I thought it was like wedding undies that you wear on your wedding night.
You know,
Hey,
what
Yoshi
else
has the
you can do?
right idea.
She has the right idea.
Anyway, the spell. I don't know why, but I wanted to try it for a while now. And well, it's a gate spell. Unlike those temporary ones. Those are easy to make. Permanent one, like a portal to a different place.
Sounds interesting, but are you sure it's safe?
Silly Takani. That's That's not the point.
Be right back.
This spell,
Okay.
it might be able to help you.
Well, that's good and all. I'd prefer not ending up in the middle of a sea or a live volcano. I think we should be a little bit more careful with your magic.
2 out of 10. Oh my god. 3 out of 10 because that sounds painful.
It wasn't.
I'm a good mage.
That's what Harry said when he told Atlantis he had a solution for their water shortage. The fuck?
What? What the fuck is going on here?
I don't know. Like, I get that he's talking about, you know, them sinking Atlantis, but who the fuck is Harry?
The final bone never took his mind. Huh? What's Atlantis?
A city with high ambitions, sunk into the deep due to poor management. At least, that's what some people
Wow.
say. Although, it's also probably a city that was shot off into space and sent to another galaxy. I say the Pegasus Galaxy, but that's just me. Anyway, I think it's best if we get an expert's opinion before we try anything. We're gonna visit Suyuri anyway, so maybe she'll be able to tell us if your spell will get me home.
What? But Su-chan told me I shouldn't use magic at all. She said it was only for her to use or something.
Maybe she had a reason for saying that. Like, maybe, I don't know, do spells have side effects?
You're just like Onissima. She beat me too. But I assured her that spells could be helpful, and that I can control them. She let me do more research.
That isn't what I asked, though. I just asked if maybe they had some sort of backlash.
I'm not going to throw spells around like they're nothing. Not a dumb little kid. I'm gonna
But-
say idiot.
But you are a bimbo, which is just as good. I'm not going to do anything. Besides, you seem old enough to take care of yourself. Not that I know how old someone like you might be, but beware the dark side of magic. In most stories, magic usually comes with a price. Like, what would you do if your magic gave you a terrible tummy ache or headaches, or worse, diarrhea? Then you better prepare a gate spell in the nearest bathroom.
I do get headaches, but those aren't really all that big of a deal. I get to do a lot of things for Onissima. I'm not going to change that ever. So there.
Heh, and I already said I wasn't going to make you do anything. However, what you do need to change is the fact that you're straddling me and, you're rather close, so I'd appreciate it if you got off.
No.
How about you get me off then?
Aw, but you're so warm and soft. I could just curl up and sleep on you.
Wait, don't go falling asleep on me.
Just kidding. I wouldn't do something like that out here. Maybe tonight, though. It's only fair since Onissima got to do it. But more importantly, dessert!
Hey, Lunar.
We need to get back inside. Onissima is probably wondering why it's taking so long.
You know, if she walked outside and saw you riding me right now, it would be pretty embarrassing. I couldn't
Hey,
really...
Luna!
I couldn't really argue with the girl's impeccable logic. With a smile, I helped the girl to her feet and gathered a few fallen apples into the basket. We returned to Machiko and enjoyed our dessert together. It wasn't too long after that Mako started to feel sleepy. Machiko took her to bed, wishing me good night. The next morning, dot dot dot. Dot dot dot.
Dot dot dot.
Dot. Dot 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 dot.
Someone sound tired.
That was the intent. I awoke the next morning to the sun filtering through the wooden blinds, yawning loudly. The girls had very graciously given me an entire room to myself, and it was certainly a lot bigger than my room back home. I'd say it's about as big as my house. It was still early in the morning, likely a bit before breakfast. I decided to spend a short moment to gather my thoughts. It was clear that, in order to learn more about my situation, I would need to pay a visit to the shrine. Maybe I could even find some answers to some other questions that had been lingering in the back of my mind for a while. The fact that
And
Machiko
how do I hook up the Fox sisters?
Yeah, I want to hook up with them. And those 2 samurai girls, too. Maybe all 4 at once.
Am I a shoujo protagonist? Can I have a harem? Without consequences?
I am in an
I'm back.
isekai, so that's probably what's going to happen. Welcome back. The fact that Machiko seemed surprisingly nervous at the mention of Sayuri's name made me wonder about their relationship. What could possibly have to make Machiko react like that? Maybe she got groped. A lot. And I like that thought. The apparent hostility between the villagers and the Fox Spirit was another issue altogether. Of course, I couldn't forget about the fact that I need to find a way to get home as well. Just as I finished gathering my thoughts, Mako's voice resounded from the downstairs.
Akane, breakfast is ready. Could you give Nesama?
Sure, we'll be right there. I quickly made my way out of the room, finding myself within one of the corridors of the mansion.
What?
Once outside, it didn't take long for me to find Machiko wandering down the corridor, her lips curving into a smile when she saw me.
No need to look for me, Takakon. Mako's voice reached me loud and clear.
Good morning, Machiko-san. Did you sleep well?
It was a decent sleep, although perhaps a bit lonely. However,
Well, you should have just joined me in bed like you did before. That would have been a great night.
you seem to be getting along well with my little sister. Akane, was it? Perhaps I should consider you my rival in the quest, dear Mako-chan.
Oh no, we don't have to be rivals. We can work together. Yeah, unfortunately. Maybe a cone of silence. She seems to like it. I guess I'll be stuck with that name for a while.
Oh, is it not to your liking?
Well,
Perhaps you would prefer Darling instead?
What is
oh,
this fucking triangle going on here right now?
oh no, she heard that entire conversation I had with her sister. You were watching us?
Indeed. It was taking you both such a long time. I'm really curious and snuck out.
But I didn't see you at all.
Well, I am a fox spirit. Hiding myself from humans is like playing seek with a child.
Like playing Seek?
Playing hide and seek with a child.
Then why didn't you use your hiding skills to hide from the guards?
Now that you mention it, the thought never occurred to me. Well, it certainly was fun getting chased by them.
It seems both you and your sister are bimbos. I like that.
Oh boy. Unfortunately, Mako doesn't have the best control over her change. She is far too excitable and is unable to maintain the illusion. It is one of her magical blind spots.
I'm sure it wouldn't have been fun if the Sundari Tyrant had caught you both.
It certainly would have been an unpleasant experience. Then again, I'm sure you would have ended up saving me, wouldn't you, Takuken?
I noticed a subtle change in Machiko's voice, as the sweet, sugar-coated words caused my cheeks to flush red. I wasn't really good at dealing with this girl's flirty attitude, despite the fact that I flirted hard with her sister just yesterday. Stepping backwards, I turned towards the stairs at the end of the corridor and replied in a hurried tone. Mako-chan is waiting for us. And with that, I rushed towards the kitchen.
Wait, so let me get this straight, you stupid main character. You run away from this one, so you flirt with a little sister? You coward?
He's just an idiot. And with that, I rushed towards the kitchen, with Machiko giggling behind me as she followed.
Good morning, both of you. I fixed up some eggs and toast for you. There are oranges too.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, little one. You're getting better at this.
To wake up knowing a pretty girl made me breakfast, it's good to be alive.
Perhaps you would enjoy having one resting by your side as well.
Well, of course. I am a man, after all. Even if I am an idiot. That's a bit overkill, especially considering the condition of said girl. I recalled the sight of Machiko sleeping yesterday, and my cheeks immediately grew red. I quickly sat down at the table, trying to hide my thick cock, trying to distract myself by changing the subject. So, thanks to you two, I've learned a little bit about this world. How about I return the favor and talk about mine? Do you have anything you want to ask?
Oh yes, I want to know. What are the spirits in your world?
Well, we call them machine spirits, and they're fake. Spirits, you say? I thought about a question for a moment before I replied with a sheepish grin. Well, in my world, spirits only exist in folktales. They appear in stories, and certain religions even worship them. But it's not like we got them running around like they do in this world.
Folktales? Worship? Your world is strange, Takakam.
You're damn right it is.
Aw, that's kind of boring. Your life. Are you a defender of your own village? You said something about Chiudio before. What is that?
I already explained it and spelled it to you. It's judo. Maybe your head really is empty. You mean judo? Well, in my world, people go to this place called school. It's basically a place for knowledge, where you learn about a lot of things before you're considered an adult in our society. But in my world, the defenders are known as the police. They keep things peaceful and such. I'm just a student. I guess you could say I'm studying to become a defender. Not just of my village. Whoops.
Whoops.
Not just of my village.
Over, guys. Thanks for coming.
But of my whole country. It was a bit of an exaggeration, but I felt the need to call myself a defender.
That sounds weird. Is the pole ace like the army or something? Defending the whole nation?
No, we actually have an army.
Your world is very strange, Takakam.
You have no idea. I wouldn't call it strange, Machiko-san. It's this world that's weird, but no, the police are like the guards in the village. We do have an actual army that defends the country, though.
Either way, your world sounds like fun, especially if everyone's like you. Anyway,
Actually, no. A lot of people are not like me at all. I'm just fucking dumb and weird. Most people are actually pretty normal and not sexist or racist at all. But you have to deal with the loudmouths like me, who are sexist.
Oh, no! Oh, dang it! These oranges has worm in them! Ew! 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 Nesama, you forget to check them again!
Oh, how terrible! I must have been overcome with fatigue. I never got around to checking them properly.
Boo! Big ol' lazy meanie! Let's have to go and get some apples instead.
As Mako went outside to grab some apples, my eyes drifted towards Machiko, who was observing me with a content smile, clearly pleased with something. Hell yeah, I love it when she pushes up her boobs like that.
It's such a relief to see her in such a good mood. It's been a tough few months, I must admit. It has been said that her magical skills have not been progressing as fast as they once did.
Well, we all have our ups and downs, especially when it comes to studying. I still remember how I used to dread exams. So little time for my judo, it made me rather sad at times.
That does sound rather stressful. Tell me, Takakam. Is it that yachty? I'm intrigued by this school notion.
Well, my situation's a bit different than most. While I go to school like everyone else, I actually aim to become an athlete, so I don't really need to study all that much. I just need to kind of show up, and as long as I do good in my athletic stuff, and not absolutely
I don't need to know
fail,
what's 2 plus 2!
then I don't need to worry. I'll just get a scholarship. To explain it in a way you'd understand, an athlete is someone who practices a certain sport, and those who are among the best end up representing their country. I have an upcoming tournament that would decide whether or not I'll be able to represent my country in judo.
I think I understand. Your focus is on your strength, while still gathering knowledge to allow yourself a multitude of options. An interesting method.
Of course, because I want to be smart and strong.
Thank you.
I guess you could say it like that, but why thank me?
Oh, I will take you thank yous, but why?
I believe your sudden appearance in our world has had a lot to do with Mako's newfound joy. I can hear her singing. Since I have not heard that in weeks. It warms my heart to see her so overjoyed, and I believe it is because of you. Thank you, Taka-kun.
Well, don't worry. You and I'll make beautiful music tonight. I doubt that's the only reason, but you're welcome. I smiled bashfully at
I'm very
Machiko
sure
before
you
continuing.
brother.
What?
Mako only sees you as a brother,
Yeah. Then again,
whereas you're whatever else for her.
I should also thank you
She's
for
a
busting
weird-
my rear at a jail. I don't want to think about what would happen if I was still in the care of that Sundere tyrant.
Ah, you're most welcome. But please, do not be so hard on Mio-chan. There are many things here beyond her control.
Well, I'm sorry, but her attitude has nothing to do with that. She's completely in control of it, and she realized that you threw that stuff on my face. I had nothing to do with it, but she still almost killed me.
But perhaps it is out of our hands for now. I still wish to thank you, Taka-kun, and I was wondering if I repay you bring such joy to Mako-chan.
Of course, take your top off. Repay me. For a moment, my thoughts drifted towards a certain idea, but my cheeks quickly turned scarlet at the thought. I couldn't ask something like that of her. I'm not sure I have anything in mind. I think your smile is enough, because I'm a douchebag.
You coward!
Yep.
You're a true gentleman, Taka-kun. It's a shame, though. I was thinking of such naughty things, too.
Miss your chance!
I might still have a chance. I just have to seduce her by whipping out
Just
my
watching
dick
the
and
next scene.
helicoptering.
Just watching the next scene, doing the same thing to the sister. The sister be like, I don't think a Nesima will like that.
The fox spirit giggled to herself as she turned towards the garden, watching Mako struggle to descend from one of the trees with an armful of apples.
Mega-chan, there are only 3 of us. Your belly does not need to count for a 4th person.
Speaking of a fourth person, it sounded like you two used to talk a lot with the spirit of the shrine. Why do you get so nervous whenever Sayuri's involved?
Yeah, that's not important. Oh, the giant bird carrying the seed of the world tree? Oh, maybe it is. I should go and...
Ah, Sayuri Dono, thank you for visiting us today. Machiko is right over there.
Ah! Siri, no! I'm sorry, I'm terribly busy, so forgive me, Siri-sama.
Whoa, you think you get that flustered? Is she that amazing of a person?
You don't understand. It's complicated. There are certain skills that I, as a fox spirit, possess. A subtle way of taking or acting that influence how people perceive me. They are, I would suppose they be considered social skills. But for spirits, Tsuri is capable of completely negating them. And it leaves me feeling rather nervous and helpless.
I see. So, basically, she's immune to your flirting and... Connecting the dots in my mind, I planted the palm of my hand against my forehead, because I'm a complete idiot and I could have just had some fun with her. Now I get it. You're afraid of approaching her because this Sayuri is a bigger flirt than you. But if she's flirting with you, oh, I see, you swing that way. For some reason, I suddenly felt rather disappointed.
That's not true! Well, maybe. I mean, she has an overpowering presence, and it does not allow me to properly, do my thing. I'm not sure what you mean by swinging, however.
It means that you know, like girls?
Oh, really? Well, how about we forget all about this to Siri for now, and I show you exactly which way I
Oh my
swing, Taki-kun.
I'm an idiot, so that won't be necessary. But if your sister offered, I'd probably have said yes. But she must be quite a challenge to deal with, considering. I briefly lowered my voice to a whisper. You're already a handful to deal with once you start your teasing.
Well, you're perhaps less than gentleman, if that you'd be, Taki-kun.
Well, I have to pretend to be a gentleman at least for appearance sake, but if you push too hard, I might actually give in. What am I then?
A lovable rogue, perhaps? Or maybe you still see more as a hero type.
Definitely the hero type. He's an idiot.
Of course I'm a hero. A perverted one, but a hero nonetheless.
Onesima! Tagani!
Welcome back, Mako-chan. How did the hunt for the golden apple go?
No golden ones, but a lot of good ones. Even one that's shaped like a heart. You can have that one, Takani.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna eat it, but it's not a heart-shaped. It is definitely ass-shaped, and I'm gonna pretend it's both of yours. Anyway, I feel like this is where we gotta leave it, because this is the 2-hour mark, and we've got some D&D in 15 minutes.
You can save like this?
Yeah.
It's right here. Oh. You're right, it's a visual novel. I forgot.
But yeah, I hope everybody
You can
enjoyed.
save
My my throat is actually starting to hurt from doing that voice, but it's been actually pretty fun. We'll be
I'm
back.
actually very used to this voice.
We'll be back. We'll come up with a date to be back, maybe next week. Unless Saber's doing something. I don't remember if it's next week or the week after.
I don't leave town until the 19th, and I'm available after 4 any other day.
Okay. And yeah, we can do this next week.
She'll be free.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, let's swap that. Yes, I am sure I wish to quit. And let us get a raid going. Let's see who is up. Well, Shy's playing Dead Space, so we could scare the crap out of her.
Thank you.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we'll be back next week. I'll definitely be back either tomorrow or Tuesday with some more streaming. Sorry I didn't stream earlier today, just wasn't feeling up to it, but yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Hasta la bye-bye.
There.
And raid. Yeah, you guys have fun?
I was dying.
We'll see you shortly.
Alright, see you later, Saber.
Which which Sakura is this one?
Sakura Spirit.
Sakura Spirit, okay.
Why was the title Succubus?
I don't know.
Because it's not showing up on Twitch for some reason.
Oh, Twitch doesn't have that category, apparently.
Yeah, it has Sakura Spirit and Sakura Spirit 4, but doesn't have the Sakura Succubus. Succubus 4, but not 2 or 3. Doesn't make any sense. So I just kind of went with what was there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get food before D&D.
Okay. Have a good one.
You guys have fun in D&D.
Thanks. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
And the corruption is a real pain in the butt, especially if there's enemies you want to avoid. Yeah, it was called the corruption.
Oh, fuck me. I was doing Sakura Spirit with a couple of friends. Just a NSFWVN reading. Oh, I see. Well then, I hope you had fun.
Now you got caught up. I know. Oh. Ow.
Bastard.
Man, why you gotta hurt that guy? He had no control over himself.
I'm not gonna leave a guy